Working the night shift at the old hospital was never my first choice, but the extra pay was hard to turn down. The building itself was ancient, with long, dimly lit corridors that stretched out like unseen hands, beckoning you into the shadows. My shift began at midnight, a time when the world seemed to hold its breath and the only sounds were the distant hum of machines and the echo of my footsteps. It started as any other uneventful night. I was stationed at the reception desk, flipping through patient files and battling the onset of sleep. Around 2 a.m., the lights flickered briefly, a usual occurrence blamed on the outdated electrical system. But this time, the flickering seemed to carry an unsettling rhythm, like a Morse code of some hidden message. Moments later, a soft shuffle echoed down the hall. I looked up, expecting to see a nurse or a patient, but the corridor was empty. Dismissing it as my mind playing tricks, I returned to my work. Yet the sound persisted, growing closer, like footsteps creeping toward me. I rose from my chair, peering down the hallway, heart thumping in my chest. Still, nothing. As the clock ticked closer to 3 a.m., I heard a soft whimper, like a child sobbing. It was faint, almost imperceptible, but unmistakable. My pulse quickened as I followed the sound, leading me toward the pediatric wing, which had been closed off for renovations. The door was slightly ajar, a sliver of darkness spilling out into the corridor. Pushing the door open, I was met with an icy gust that chilled me to the bone. The room was empty, its beds covered with dust sheets, yet the sobbing continued, resonating from somewhere within. I moved further inside, my flashlight cutting through the darkness, revealing nothing but shadows. Then the crying stopped. Silence enveloped the room, thick and heavy, as if the air itself was waiting for something. I turned to leave, and that's when I saw it. A small figure standing by the window, silhouetted against the faint moonlight. It was a child, or at least it looked like one, but there was something off about it, something that sent shivers down my spine. "Are you lost?" I called out, my voice echoing back to me. The figure remained still, unmoving. As I stepped closer, it vanished, dissolving into the shadows like mist. Panic surged through me as I stumbled backward, desperate to escape the room. Back at the desk, I tried to rationalize what I'd seen. Exhaustion, the eerie atmosphere, my imagination running wild, surely that was all it was. But deep down, a gnawing fear told me otherwise. The remainder of the shift passed in a haze, my eyes darting to every shadow, every flicker of light, anticipating another encounter. As dawn broke and the first rays of sunlight crept into the hospital, I felt a wave of relief wash over me. I clocked out and headed home, the warmth of the morning light dispelling the night's horrors. But even now, I can't shake the feeling that something remained in that hospital. A presence lingering in the abandoned corridors, waiting for the next unwary soul to wander its halls.